Me personally, I've been in the industry for 30 years. Um, Working with Century AI, what we've seen is a change in our approach to a proactive solution rather than a reactive solution. We've had some engagements where we had people detect around vehicles and successfully were able to get apprehensions through those people detecting. They would basically break into the vehicles and steal the car batteries. Out in the Bay Area and San Francisco area, when they steal a battery for recycling purposes, they do it for the sole purpose of personal income. Uh, the recycling places do not question. They don't do further investigation on why you have batteries coming in. So that's one of the biggest things here in the Bay Area that we've had a theft issue with. And since using Century AI, we've been able to get the alert notifications quick enough that our field dispatchers are able to pull up the video on live view and then be able to dispatch a police department live. And one of the things here in the Bay Area, the police will not respond to a crime unless it's confirmed or identified in person. That's one of the biggest issues that we have here. It's part of their municipal requirements that if a crime is in progress, it must be witnessed. So by utilizing Century AI and getting the alert notification of a trespasser, we're able to pull up the live view and determine on whether or not the person is just trespassing, cutting through the property, or in this case is prowling. And we've gotten the alert notifications even when a vehicle is tampered with and a truck door is open, we get notification because there's movement. And so because we have vehicle detection, the the AI is able to tell us when a movement occurs with that vehicle, even though it's parked. So any type of conditions that are changed in that vehicle, for instance, a car door open, the hood is open, that's a change configuration within the system and it tells us. So we're able to view it live and then determine whether or not it's actually a break-in or just somebody just trying to tamper with the vehicle. And what happens is once the perpetrator is caught, they also talk to other people, right? So it sends like a alert to the community of people that are prowling around properties, like, hey, stay away from that property because I was recently arrested and evidently those cameras talk to you. And so word spreads and eventually people do stay away from certain properties because they don't want to be caught. So people that are not familiar with current technology, they eventually will. And so, with cameras now having the more flexibility and proactive solution, it gives property owners a little more self assurance, knowing that they have some sort of solution that will actually do something with their cameras. In old technology, people would have break-ins and have criminal activity occurrence, but they would find out 2 or 3 days later. Especially over the weekends. They come in on Monday morning. They're like, "Oh, my car was broken into. Uh, we had a gathering out here. If my cameras could have talked to me and told me this, that would have been a better solution." Well, now today's technology, it does, and that's where Century AI comes in, where it helps us to determine whether or not we have a threat. We've had some other incidents happening because we have daytime alert notifications on weekends that whenever there's large gatherings, like a car show, we've been alerted. And so we're able to contact the business owner and ask them, did you guys permit this to happen? And they're like, no, we didn't get permission for a car show to happen on our private property. So then we dispatch the police department and let them know that we're looking at this live view and we have a large gathering with alcohol, maybe some drug use occurrence, and once again, it's all about property preservation. So we want to be able to preserve the property's integrity and maintain a safe place for tenants to have a good property. So therefore, utilizing Century AI in that capacity, it's really allowed us to maintain a clean and a better property for the owner. I always use the term "put the demand back in your hand" because that's really what you guys have accomplished is to be able to put that right back into our hands. And it's just a matter of a click of a toggle and saying, okay, this is what I want. This is who I want alerted. And on the security guard side, it's allowed us to put those people that we want to be alerted and notified. So when I go to, yes, I run the operations 24/7. Yes, as an owner, you're constantly involved, but I don't have, I'm not going to stay up all night and monitor this. So I rely on my security staff to be self-dispatchers and get notification of it. And so they're able to now look at it, review it, and determine. And I put multiple people on that link. So not just one person is going to be responsible for it. I got 3 to 5 people that are looking at it each night. So they get the notifications, they dispatch, they look at it, they review it. And so they're communicating throughout the night on those alerts, which more eyes that you can put on a property is a better solution. And so receiving that alert notification has really allowed us to really put that more back in our hands, which is very good. And I love the portal. The portal is very easy to use. You can go back, you can review it. Sometimes we miss some certain videos. We can go back and look at the portal and then see what was captured, and then determine as far as when you're trying to find out what time they entered the property, who was there, and what happened. And it really tells a story. Utilizing analytics is probably the most worst thing to do. I'll be honest with you, because you have to change configuration within the software. I have to go into system and draw lines or create a geofencing, or I have to create some sort of line crossing so I can utilize the ability for detection, where Sentry AI is a software base, and it's just a matter of just a small configuration change of adding basically a link. And we don't even do it. Actually, Sentry AI actually helps us do it. And so it's made it very flexible for us. And, as a business owner, we have so much going on. And for Sentry AI to tailor that towards our need, it's been very good, to where we don't have to spend all day trying to reconfigure a program. So analytics is not the way to go. Sentry AI with artificial intelligence is the way to go, because it's 9 day. And with analytics, you get a lot of false alarms. You get a lot of false alerts, notifications. You get hundreds and hundreds of false alerts. And so utilizing Sentry AI has allowed us to reduce that false alert. And it's like 9 day.